Hello, I am Nihar. I am a PhD student from Department of Physics, IIT Bombay. I guess all of you know this device. This is called an infrared thermometer or simply a IR thermometer gun. We can able to measure the temperature of any body without touching the surface using this device. And due to this reason, this device is more effective in the current pandemic. Now, as the name suggests, it uses the IR light. So the light is coming from the body to this part, and then it do some post processing and show you the temperature in the display. Now the working method is very simple. Let me demonstrate you. I want to measure the temperature of my own body, so I have to just press this part like this. Now it's showing 95.9 degree Fahrenheit, which is normal. Now as you can see, there are some modes are there. I can able to change the Fahrenheit to Celsius. Let's see how. Now let me measure it again using Celsius. Now it's showing 30.5 degrees Celsius, which is normal. Now let us discuss the physics behind it and what are the components that make the IR thermometer. Let's start.
This is a part of our Breakitable Challenge by Forensics of IIT Bombay for the celebration of International Day of Light on 16th May. In this video series, we will discuss physics and also the component, some of the optical devices. Now let's move on to the IR gun. Apart from the visible light, there are different kind of rays are present with variable frequencies and wavelength. Infrared light has a wavelength from 7 nanometer to 1000 micrometer. The physical principle behind the generation of infrared light is due to the ionic vibration. And this is based on this Wenzhou formula. This tells that the peak wavelength of any black body radiation is proportional to the temperature. So in general, if a body has a temperature more than absolute zero, it can emit the IR light. So the IR light have immense application. So the following applications are: we can use a thermal imaging, where a detector can measure the temperature of the body based on the IR radiation and make the image. We can also use it in astronomical imaging, which you can see the left one is the visible light and the right one is the IR light. We can use it in remote sensing, and also we can sense the molecule. So the IR gun is also working with the same principle. It collects the IR lights and give the temperature at the output. Now let's break this IR gun and see what are the component it has.
Let's open it. There's a screw. The other two batteries. So this is the heart of the IR thermometer, where the IR light is detected. This is the power supply. This one is the buzzer. This is the push button. This is the PCB, the printed circuit board. This is the display. Now let's open it. So I don't know what this one is. So these are the three modes. Now let's open it and check what is behind these modes. So these are the modes selected. These buttons are there in the PCB. Okay. Now let's understand the mechanism. This is the push button. So when I press the push button, the system works. It connected to the buzzer so that it will give a beep sound. Now the body emit IR light. So the IR light comes to this place and is collected using this device. This device consists of a lens. A lens is there in the part and a detector is there. So the IR light is focused to the detector by the lens. Now the detector is composed a thermopile. A thermopile is nothing but a collection of thermocouples connected in series or parallel. Now the thermocouple convert our heat energy to electrical energy. The electromotive force transferred by this bus to this PCB, where using a ADC, that is analog to digital circuit, the electromotive force is changes to digital signal. Now these are the three modes by which I can do a number of different work. So for example, if I want my temperature in Celsius in Fahrenheit, so when I press this button, it gives another signal to PCB where it does a calculation. It converts Fahrenheit to Celsius temperature. Now after this one, this connected to the display which gives you the accurate body temperature.
How infrared thermopile work? Let us first understand the mechanism of a thermocouple. So it has two metal wires, whose one end is connected to the hot end and the other end are connected to the cold junction. Two copper wires with a voltmeter connected to this end, which gives the output voltage. The principle is based on Seebeck effect, which tells that the output voltage is proportional to the temperature difference between the two wires. So when we heat a metal at one end, the free electrons will move from the hotter region to the colder region. Now, if we use two different metals, then both wires cannot heat differently. And between two wires, there will be a temperature gradient. It means the electron built at cold ends for the two wires will be different. And by so, we can able to measure the voltage across these two ends. Ideally, the cold end should be at 0 degrees Celsius. But generally, this is not possible. So, for the practical use, we leave the cold junction at equal reference temperature and then we compensate the difference by measuring the temperature of the cold junction using a typical RTD sensor and then we offset the error. So by doing so, we can able to measure the temperature. Now, if we measure the temperature of the body using IR light, using a thermocouple, it generally gives the voltage in micron. To increase the output voltage, many serially connected thermocouples are thermally joined together all their hot ends and separately all their cold ends. This is the schematic of an IR thermopile, where hot ends are connected to an IR absorber, which absorb the IR signal and heat can be transferred from the hotter region to the colder region. The output voltage is given by N into S into T1 minus T2, where N is the number of thermocouple. So by doing so, we can increase the output voltage. Now this is a typical IR thermopile, whose two ends are for the thermopile and the other two are reference for cold junction compensation. In summary, the object emit IR lights. Then the lens focus this IR light and send to detector. The detector then absorb these IR lights and convert the heat energy to analog signal. Then the analog signal is converted to digital signal and goes to the processor. If you want to change the modes like Celsius to Fahrenheit, then we use the mode option. We can also store the data in the mode. Now, the temperature can be seen in the display. This is the entire process of IR thermometer. Thank you.